Welcome to the channel. The channel is called TVP, the Van Project.
Purchase time. Salesmen are not your friend. They don't care about you. They only care about your money. Once you leave with a vehicle, it's very difficult to get things resolved. Keep it in mind at all times. They really are bastards. They do not care about you. I've seen this many a times when purchasing a second-hand vehicle. Do not, I repeat, do not go look at a vehicle in the rain. It hides scratches, dents and rust. Let me repeat that again. Do not look at a vehicle in the rain. If you really have to, then make sure to look at it again in the sunlight before you drive away from the dealer. Practice makes perfect. The more vans you look at, the better you will get at it and the quicker you'll spot issues and dodgy dealers. So, like I said, window shopping. Go look at as many vehicles as you can. You don't have to go take it for a test drive. Just walk around and look at the vehicles and see how many things you can spot on different vehicles and how quickly you can spot them, and then you'll get better at it. So when you do find the one, you can, in half an hour, you can do inspection that if you haven't done the practice, it could take, well, you'll miss it. Not even if you'll see it, you could miss the things that's wrong with it. Get your finances in order before you walk onto the forecourt once you're ready to purchase. Do not disclose any details about your finances till you get to negotiate for a price. Hold your cards to your chest. Don't give anything away. Google a dealer and read all the negative reviews and feedback. This will give you a good indicator how dodgy their after-sales service is. I bet you 90% of the time it's horrendous. It's your money. Do not ever feel intimidated or forced a part of it. If the salesman gets aggressive, then walk away. Bring a friend if possible. That way you can have moral support and they can help you check the lights, etc. Plus, you can be talking to your friend about the vehicle or anything else. The dealer doesn't need to hear you. Bring a copy of the advert and check the details are stated correctly. If anything is badly wrong, it might be time to walk away. Wear clothes that can get filthy or bring a towel to lie on. Inspect the hell out of the chassis. Look for any dents. Look for rust. Any panels that has rust, poke at it. If it's just surface rust, you can easily fix it. But if there's any holes in it, then it could be a major problem. It could be a rot. It could be anything. It's maybe time to just leave it and walk away. Check every panel on the vehicle. Check for scratches, dents and rust. Spend extra time on the wheel arches and sills for any rust or dents. Open the doors and check between the lower door and chassis as well. Sometimes it hides a bit of damage there. Open and close all doors. Check latches are working and the doors close properly without having to slam them. Climb up and check the roof and run your fingers across the sill to feel for any issues. Look down the length of the vehicle for any dents or misaligned panels. Check around the windscreens or windows for rust. Poke around the rubbers, the seals. Sometimes that's where the rusts are hiding. Check windscreens, windows and mirrors for any chips or cracks. Test all windows to make sure they work properly. Test all the locks and test the key fob for remote locking. Check the tires and available tread on each tire. They cost quite a lot to replace. Open the engine bay and check the top of the engine for any rust or water damage. Some engines have water pooling on top of the injectors which cause a failure. Look for any oil leaks. They can be expensive to fix. Check dipstick for any whiteness in the oil. Water in the oil equals a head gasket problem. Is the oil level right? If it's too low, it could be burning oil. Check an engine bay and under chassis for any large amounts of filler. Go drive it on the motorway or on a fast road. And go up and down the gearbox and listen to the engine and feel if there's any issues and is there any play on the steering wheel. If possible, do some hard braking. How's the view from the cab? Can you see the front, rear, offside and onside quite well? Can you see the amount of the road and the surrounding? Remember, you'll need to drive this van in tight spaces. It's good when you're test driving it to actually feel how this is going to be for you for the future. When you put your foot down, does it want to go or is it very lazy? After you've driven a few vehicles, you can quickly tell the difference if the van has passed its best. This is where it comes into play doing window shopping. Test all the functions on the dash as well as the lights. Once you finish a test drive, you're back onto the forecourt. Check the paperwork. Make sure how many previous owners it had. You want to see if the vehicle was sold pretty quickly between ownerships. that'll be an indicator to walk away or not, because there could be something inside the engine or gearbox that someone picked up on early, and that's why they got rid of the vehicle. It's a good time to check the vehicle's warranties, because some vehicles will be sold as the warranty runs out, which is not a bad thing. It's just the warranty is finished, and that's why people sell, to buy a new vehicle with a warranty. If you think you found the one, do a vehicle check on something like the AA vehicle checker and see if anything gets highlighted on the vehicle's history. If anything feels wrong, then walk away. Check the MOT notifications as well. It should show any faults that needed to repair during MOT, and then how long of the MOT is left, because you're going to have to get the next one done. If your gut instinct at any point starts shouting at you to walk away, listen to it. There are more vans out there, and this might just be the one that's going to bankrupt you in the long run. Best to sleep on it, so don't put a deposit down. Don't fall for the old trick of someone else is coming to look at a vehicle. So walk away and say you'll be in contact. They hate seeing a sale walk away, but it'll give you the time to reflect on it. Remember, the more vehicles you test, the quicker you spot issues and the one. When it comes to negotiations, don't blink first. The first person to break the uncomfortable silence is a weaker party. Take the window price and take 5% off. Well, even 10% if you feel like pushing your luck and there's bigger issues wrong with the vehicle. That's a good starting point. On average, you might get between 100 and 300 pounds off the vehicle. They have anything between 1 and 2,000 pounds profit in it, but they're very stingy and won't be giving anything off. If they say they have spent X amount on the vehicle, cut them off by saying, you're a dealer, you didn't spend that. Maybe a quarter or less, I might have believed. Remember point number 1. Tell a salesman you need to put £500 or even £100 if they argue on a credit card. They might not like it, but this will protect you in case of a dealer going bust or issues with the van. Go read up on the UK's Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act. If they don't want to, then they're not willing to work with you, and that might be a deal breaker. Do not leave the premises unless all issues has been resolved. They become very unhelpful once you leave, but you do have 30 days to return the vehicle. Do not hesitate to do that if the next point highlights any hidden issues. Before you start using the van, your first port of call is a trusted mechanic to thoroughly look over the vehicle and highlight any issues. That is very important. Do not use the van. Book it in somewhere. The AA has places where you can do this. Or if you've got a mechanic you've used for years, like I've got a mechanic I've used for 15 years, all my vehicles go to him. He checked my vehicle from top to bottom, and the only issue he found was a slight movement on the front right wheel, which he'll be able to fix me on next year's service. It is crucial that you get the vehicle checked by someone. At least that way you'll know if you bought a dud or you're going to have to spend money in the next year on fixing things or take the vehicle back. The engine itself, inside the engine, it's very difficult to know if there's an issue or not. It's unfortunately just one of those things, but at least with a vehicle check, would have gone through the whole vehicle and highlighted any mechanical issues, excluding the engine, like I said. You can check for oil leaks and things like that in the engine, yeah. So that's it. Congratulations, you own a van. But now the real work starts.